A faqih is an Islamic jurist, an expert in fiqh or Islamic jurisprudence and Islamic law. Definition: Islamic jurisprudence. A fiqh is the human understanding of the Sharia. Sharia expanded and developed by interpretation of the Quran and Sunnah, by Islamic jurists and implemented by the rulings of jurists on questions presented to them. Fiqh deals with the observance of rituals, morals and social legislation in Islam. In the modern era there are four prominent schools of fiqh within Sunni practice and two within Shia practice. The historian Ibn Khaldun describes fiqh as knowledge of the rules of God which concerned the actions of persons who owned themselves bound to obey the law respecting what is required, sinful, recommended, disapproved and neutral. This definition is consistent amongst the jurists. Another definition of fiqh is knowledge of legislative rulings pertaining to the actions of man as derived from the detailed evidences. Quote, legislative rulings here excludes rulings that are purely theoretical in nature, such as those found in the science of usul al-fiqh, as well as those theological in nature, generally discussed in the books of Aqidah or Kalam, derived from the detailed evidences. Here connotes two things: that there is a method of derivation and that the source for such derivation of the various evidence is considered valid Islamically. Methods of derivation. Methods of derivation are laid out in the books of usul al-fiqh, and those evidences which are deemed valid for deriving rulings from are many in number. Four of them are agreed upon by the vast majority of jurists. They are the Quran, the Sunnah, ijma or consensus, qiyas or analogy. These four types of evidence are seen as acceptable by the vast majority of jurists from both the schools of Sunni jurists, as well as Shia jurists. However, Zahiriyya literalists do not see qiyas as valid, while 12 Shia see edicts of the 12 Imams as holding the same weight as the Quran and Sunnah. This is seen as debatable and at times unacceptable by Sunni jurists. Conditions for being a faqih. The faqih is one who has fulfilled the conditions for ijtihad either in their entirety or in piecemeal. In the Sunni point of view, it is generally held that there are either no jurists or fuqaha that have reached the level of mujtahid mutlaq in day and age. In the 12 Shia view, each of the marja have reached this level. The faqih who fulfills all conditions of ijtihad is sometimes referred to as a mujtahid mutlaq or unrestricted jurist scholar, while he who has not reached that level generally will master of the methodology used by one or more of the prominent madhab and then able to apply this methodology to arrive at the traditional legal rulings of his/her respective madhab. According to the Sunni Muslim website Living Islam, there is no mujtahid mutlaq today nor even a claimant to that title. Below the level of mujtahid mutlaq is the mujtahid muqayyad or a restricted jurist scholar. A mujtahid muqayyad must pass rulings according to the confines of his particular madhab or particular area of specialization. This is according to the view that ijtihad, the ability of legal deduction, can be achieved in specified areas, and does not require a holistic grasp of the Sharia and its entailing laws and legal theory.